Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Tyler.
And I'm Luke.
And welcome to episode 44 of Holy Heck, I Really Like Love Live, our podcast where we go in depth and discuss every single Love Live song from the very beginning until right now. And I am dying. This is like the labor of love officially. Like to bring you guys the highest quality of audio, I turn off my fan and I close my window when we record. And today it's the hottest day of the year so far.
Well, it's just the hottest day of the year there will be for the entire year.
Yeah, we're getting there. We skipped spring, and I'm gonna die. I just thought I'd let you guys know. I just want you to like minorly suffer with me.
We are slowly moving closer to the sun, and you're feeling it right now.
Yeah, here it is. I'm not gonna be here for summer. I mean, thank God, but that'd be the worst thing ever.
Yeah, he's leaving the show for the entire summer.
Yeah, goodbye. Going on hiatus.
Thinking we'll have EJ on.
So let me, I've thought about that before, where I'm just like, what if I just like die? Like EJ could totally replace me. That's fine.
Yeah, no, I totally thought the exact same thing. I'm like, if I died, EJ would just like replace me, and that's okay. There could be like worse options.
Yeah, we take like a very sad month off, and then like, holy heck, I really like EJ being here constantly.
That's
okay.
right, EJ. You're one of our replacements if we die. So you better be ready for it.
Anyway, I want to talk about these songs in a little bit, but let's do questions first, as always. So last time we asked, what is your favorite Sunshine Season 1 Blu-ray song, and why? And we got one coming in from Karaoke, and they say, my favorite Season 1 Blu-ray song, BD, yes, BD, that's the right thing. Daydream Warrior, for all the reasons that have been said before. Second place is Thrilling One Way. Third is G Centro No Cinderella, which is really great because this is like kind of backwards for me. It's kind of why I picked it. It's like these are like all like my second and third choice picks aside from G Centro, which is like number one. So I thought that was cool. And a message to Karaoke, you piece of I love you so much. That was just to bring back the Umis, just for you. So that was the special thing that I had in store just for you. I hope you know I didn't mean it. I just wanted to hear Umi scream. So there you go, just for you. What about you, Luke?
We went with our boy Styx, who now has a nice little emote in our Discord.
Oh, check out Discord. Check out that plug.
Link down below. Look at that. Tough question, since the entire back half of season 1 Blu-ray songs are favorites. They're all busted, yeah. But I'll go with G Centro No Cinderella. A dance party with an orchestra on a boat? Yes, please. I can't stop myself from clicking to the beat every time I hear it. Every single time. Side note, I've been going through credits on VGMDB recently, and I think Ramsini is also the piano player for G Centro. Wow,
this guy from EJ's high school is really, really doing well for himself. So happy for this man. Oh, man.
That's our boy, dude, Ramsini.
So, alright. I'm the first one to criticize myself when, like, I realized I was being an idiot. I think that's a good way to be. I used to not do it at all. Now I do it too much. Let me just say that I was not taking a light nap. I was taking a coma. I was sleeping on Ruby and Daya's songs so hard. Like, I couldn't believe it. I was listening to it now with Luke. I gotta be honest with you guys. Like, before, like, the last, I don't know, few days, I've listened to this song like 2 or 3 times. I was like, I really don't like it. I don't like it. And I listened to the preview like a lot because I wanted to like it, right? I was like, it's not my thing. And then I like listened to it more yesterday and today, and then I listened to it with Luke, and I'm like, you know what? This song's like popping. This song's awesome. Like both of them.
Both these songs are like really cool, mature songs. You know, we got the teenage Ruby song who's learning what feelings are, and not quite mature yet, but she's getting there. And you got the mature kind of sometimes sensual Daya song. So
yeah, Daya already realized the world sucks.
Yeah, so yeah, pretty much.
Oh man. So we could just agree that Daya's is just a more emo version of Ruby's, right? It's the same exact song.
I think that's what they wanted though, you know, to play off the little sister, big sister, you know, dichotomy that they got.
Yeah, Ruby still needs to be picked up from the mall at like 6 o'clock.
Yeah. She, you know, Daya drops her off and says, "I'll come get you at like 7," and then Ruby texts her, is like, "Can you actually come get me at like 5:30? We're kind of bored."
Oh, I thought you were gonna
want to hang out with that boy anymore.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go in the opposite direction. It was like, do you think you can maybe come pick me up at like 7:10? And then Daya's like, absolutely not. Like,
Ruby's not staying out that late, man.
Yeah, I don't even think
she knows she'd have the wrath of Daya.
Yeah, I guess you're right, huh? But yeah, no, I mean, these are both, like, I mean, I still wouldn't call them, like, either of them my favorite solo song. But, because, I don't know, I'm just a huge fan of Yo's, and Mari and Kanon's are on the horizon, which I innately like from the preview, which is, like, more than I can say for a lot of the solo songs. Not to talk shit, I'm saying they got better as I listened to them more, and, like, the full versions came out.
Yo's solo song is, like, super good, but I don't know, this Daya one's a competitor for favorite. I really enjoy this song.
I appreciate that, you know.
But the Daya one sucks. We're here to talk about the Ruby one, which is Red Gem Wink.
Ooh, woo. Play Red Gem Wink.
Scratch that record, Lil B.
You ever have a song that just kind of transcends the realm of, like, semi-intelligent thought? Like, you're like, you don't care about this song. Like, it's not that, like, wow, this song is amazing vocally, or wow, this song has great, I don't know, lyrics or anything. It's just like, this song makes me happy to listen to.
Hey, that's all that matters.
That's this song for me. Like, as of very recently, and I'm so happy I found it. What a nice song. No, like, I mean, of course, there's plenty of, like, really great things, both, you know, instrumentally, vocally, and compositionally, both, three things, to talk about with this song. But, like, I am just so happy to listen to this song, like, from start to finish. And, like, I don't know, what started as big disappointment for me ended up as something that, like, I really liked. And on our Discord, not to, like, plug our Discord again, but, like, this is the Discord. This is just, you know, something that happened. I as we were listening to it, I wrote, update, Ruby and Daya's songs are heckin' lit. Our friend Umizumi commented, it's a really mixed feeling finding a song you've ignored is actually amazing. It's both holy shit, this song is beautiful, and holy shit, I'm an idiot at the same time. And yes, like that's it. It's I don't know.
We've kind of hit on this for all the other songs. I'm kind of like understanding it more. With these solo songs, it's less about how the song is technically or how great it's more about like the tone of the song.
Oh yeah,
and this song
absolutely.
like hits that tone perfectly. Both these songs once again hit that tone that they wanted to go for incredibly well. And whether I liked a lot of these songs or not, it doesn't matter because the tone of them is perfect.
Yeah, like honestly, like I can't think of a song where they like missed the mark, where it's like this doesn't remind me of this girl at all. Like that's not.
They had an obvious like thing that they went for, and they nailed it for all of them.
Yeah, I don't ever. It's so weird always saying that songs are good because like of course they are. Like why do we keep saying it at this point? Like, it's just I don't ever go into these songs expecting something to be like, oh, it wasn't as good as I thought. It was worse. It was bad. But that being said, this song didn't grow on me when it was a preview. So I don't know. People all the time be asking me in my imagination, this has never happened before. why do you like to wait for full version songs? No one's ever actually said that. I'm pretty sure everyone understands.
I think I've said that.
But no, I mean for real. Like this is, I'm happy the full version like really delivered for this song. Sometimes it anti-delivers, but this time it delivered in just the right way. You know.
Yeah, I was intrigued by this song in the short version, and I really do like it in the full version. It's very nice.
Yeah, man, I got a lot to say about this song. You want to say something before I go on several tangents?
I just want to talk about the tone of the song more. This feels like we were kind of joking about it beforehand. This feels like the Ruby song that she's maturing, but she's not quite grown up. You know, this is like her teenage years. I think the lyrics really match that. She's learning about how like feelings and love works. You know, and I think that they perfectly hit that mark. I like these songs so much because you can tell the tone of the song. You can kind of just guess what the lyrics are gonna be. Like, obviously, I'm not going to know them because I don't know what the hell they're saying. And that's what's sick about J-pop. They could be saying some dumbass stuff, and I can enjoy it anyways. That's the best part.
Then when you look up the lyrics later, you're like, I knew it. Yes.
But the tone of these songs just mirror the lyrics so incredibly well for all of these solo songs. So I got to give huge props for hitting those tones perfectly.
Oh man, I forgot the most important thing about this song. I got to get real close for this one. It's not a song with toy piano in it. That's good. That's definitely the thing for me.
There's definitely a little bit of that like younger Ruby that comes out, you know.
Oh yeah, but that's like it's a character song, you know. Like, come on.
Yeah, it's fine, but like it still feels like, you know, even that part where she starts talking kind of like in the quieter, you know, Ruby voice, it feels like she graduates from that, you know. And in the vocals, this song feels probably like the most mature Ruby song, aside from the Dia Ruby song, which
I was gonna say like the other mature Ruby song, that one,
which is like incredibly mature because of Dia. Like Ruby is mature in it, but like not. This feels more mature than Ruby's part in that song.
I can agree with that.
And I'm enjoying that character arc through songs.
Yeah, thematically, this song is set to like a montage full of like giggling, like buying lunch and someone gets ketchup on their shirt, so there's like even more giggling. Ruby's boyfriend or whatever winning her a prize in a crane game, and then like the final part of the song is they're
not dating because Ruby can't get up the courage to confess, but they're pretty much dating. Everybody knows.
Which leads me to the last scene where they're sitting by a lake at sunset and their hands accidentally touch like on the park bench, and then they get really flustered for like a second.
Yeah, like everybody knows they like each other except for them.
Yeah,
you know. Like, they like each other, but they don't know that each other likes each other.
Yeah.
There you go. There's some deep lore.
This could be us, but when I was 16, I was inside playing RuneScape all day.
What's his name? Greg?
I don't know if I'd feel comfortable with Ruby dating a man named Greg.
Greg is what I name all of my Legend of Zelda. Whenever you can name your character in Legend of Zelda, always Greg.
Yeah? I like to name mine, like, what Game Grumps did, where it's like, fuck, I'm... Like,
yeah.
Fuck, it's you.
I love what they name all their Pokemon characters also. Very good.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I mean, like, I love this song thematically. It's really good. Okay, so, like, before we move on to, like, elements of the song, I want to say the composer real quick. Kyo Takada, we've talked about Kyo Takada multiple times on the show because they've done every song. Like, honestly, I'd go as far as saying, like, Kyo Takada is, like, the undisputed Love Live king / queen of J-pop. Like, they've made Boku no Live, Kimito no Life. I mean, that's a kind of important song. Daijobu, Genki Zenkai Day Day Day, 1-2 Jump, Takaramanos, Moment Ring. Like, they've made some pretty important songs where it's like, I don't know if I, like, would be able to go under pressure of, like, hello, like, you're about to define a subunit. Can you make Genki Zenkai? And he's like, yes, I can do that. I don't know. That's like, I don't know. This guy's really good at what he does, or she, of course. I don't know. Whatever.
We'll never know.
Yeah.
Feels bad.
So, I guess on to important stuff, right? There's so many cool things about this song. This song is like the king of resolution, right? And what I mean by that is like, I talked about resolution in a video before, but it's like, when you have like a chord progression and then all of a sudden it ends on the perfect chord where you're like, I'm back. You know what I'm talking about? Where it's like, you know, if something ends on like a weird chord, you're like, ooh, that was weird. I mean, like it can sound good contextually, but like, you know, like songs that end on like a nice like, you know, all nice. It's like perfect. This song does that about 80,000 times. There is so much resolution in this song where it's just like you keep getting back to your comfort zone and it keeps feeling really good. I don't know. I think that's like a big part in the actual like theme of the song. Maybe I'm just looking too far into this. I don't know. Maybe they just had a riff and they're like, yeah, Ruby will do. Fine.
Yeah, they just made good music and was like, hey, who's singing this one?
Yeah, some nerds on the internet
Ruby.
will think something about this.
This is something I'm sure I'll touch on when we get to White First Love, but and this is another thing that they like have in common. They both have like pretty cool percussion parts when the bridge comes in before the chorus.
Yes.
Very good percussion. This is more like a synth percussion, but the
like
Dia song has like an actual like drum percussion.
You're talking about like the pre-chorus.
Yeah, the bridge before the chorus. Yeah. And it's like super cool when both of them come in. I'm a really big fan of those.
I was actually going to be like the percussion boy for the second song. Like I was actually like really excited to talk about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but, the percussion's sick in White First Love, but I like that they both have the percussion in that exact same part. These songs just feel so good at like being the big sister little sister dichotomy. Like a lot of things happen in White First Love that also happen in Red Dream Wink and vice versa, you know.
Except it's raining there and there's no lake scene.
Yeah, except like Dia has had her first love and it did not end well.
Oh, ooh with a question mark? With
Feels
a sad ooh sadly in Spanish?
Yeah, ooh sadly in Weebanese.
I don't know. I like I'm a big fan of Ruby just going just ham like after the solo. Like I'm usually just screaming some kind of stuff like she did in what is it? Letting Action, yeah. Where she's just like, hey, wait for me, guys, or whatever. But in this song, it's like, what is this feeling? Tell me. Like I don't know. I just imagine it's like screaming in like a mirror, like help.
Yeah.
She calls her doctor, like what? What's happening?
How does this work?
Oh man.
I really like all of this. Is another thing that happens to both of them. There's like these echoes in the chorus that happen all the time. Not necessarily echoes, but like
oh yeah, no, they bounce off each other.
Yeah, exactly. And that happens to both the songs, and that's awesome. That's like super cool.
These songs are like so similar, but like you would never like think about it while you're just like a casual non-Weebanese listener. You're like, these are different songs.
Yeah, there's a lot of like kind of sitting in this middle range in the verse, which is like cool. That we get to see Ruby's kind of middle range, and then there's a lot of reaching in the chorus, which happens in both the songs. I'll just say this all again in White First Love, but we kind of get to see this pseudo range from Ruby. Like we don't expect her to have this deep alto, right? I'm never gonna sit there and be like, "Where's Ruby's alto? When can I get that?" But it's cool to see in this song we get this medium range and we get this very top range from her.
Yeah, I very much agree. Are you like kind of as surprised as I am that there's like as much English as there is in this song? For Ruby.
It is English that does not sound like English at all.
Yeah,
like, I'm usually pretty good on picking up when it's English. Now, I might not be able to understand what they're saying, but like I can pick up when it's like that's supposed to be words that I'm supposed to know, but I can't understand them. I miss these ones. Until I looked at the lyrics, I didn't even know it was English.
Yeah, it's like White Taco. Okay, like we'll know. But like not this. Like if these lyrics were for Mari, I mean they wouldn't be. I'd be like, yes, it makes sense that Mari has a bunch of English in her song. But it's just so strange for Ruby to have so much. I mean, not that it's a bad thing. I like it a lot. It's just weird, I guess. Yeah, I don't know.
Big fan. I always like the English bouncing.
Yeah.
The summer is so hot. Ooh, hot my summertime. What is she talking about? Is she talking about the heat, or is she talking about the heat?
Well, we have our answer later on as you were talking about the echoes. We have in echoed form that we would never understand without the lyrics. Thank you, Weebanese translators. Please touch me.
Ooh, sugoi.
Yeah, I think we know what we're talking about here. She's talking about like a light like cheek touch, but we know what she wants. Come on.
Yeah, she looking at Greg across the room, be like,
I hate the name Greg.
Greg looking good today.
Can we just call him like Shathid or something? I don't want him to be Greg.
I like Greg. Let us know down below what his name is.
So remember the creep chord from like 4 episodes ago? This is him now. Feel old yet? No, there's like in the verses of the song, like right before the second part of each like line, they do exactly what the creep chord was, which if you don't remember was having a chord be in major and then switch to minor right before they start going back again. And that's where the resolution comes in. Because if you end on minor, the song becomes Dia's song. Whoops. Didn't expect for that to end that way, but that's how it happened. I mean, for real, that's really like... Die is like the anti-resolution song. I mean, like, it still sounds great, but man, not the same kind of feeling I get from both of these songs.
When we listened to this song a bunch in Sync Video, there was definitely many times where I rewinded to the first 15 seconds or so, because there's a part that sounds just like the bass part that I remember singing in high school when we sang Kokomo my sophomore year of high school. And I'm gonna have to do some research. I'm gonna have to find the bass part for high school choir Kokomo, because it sounds just like it. I don't remember what it sounds like, but it sounds like that.
I was really hoping you were gonna get really bassy on us. I guess not.
I don't remember like what the part is, but I was sitting there like for an hour today, just like, what the hell is this part from? And whenever I'm not really sure, my brain just goes to Kokomo, because I swear every part of every song ever is in that song.
I feel like that was like a double entendre. Like, my brain goes on vacation when I need to figure something out.
Like I listened to Kokomo and it wasn't in there, and so I was like, "What the hell? Why am I thinking Kokomo in this? It must be the bass part." I'm gonna have to do some research after this.
So as far as Ruby's voice goes, we didn't really talk too much about her voice. We mentioned it before. I think this is like upper mid-tier Ruby in terms of like the whole song. You know?
Oh yeah,
like,
definitely. This is a very good performance.
I don't think it's like her best, but I don't think it's like, I don't know, like Uhiro Tabete. Like I think it's, I don't know. I'm a big fan of it. Like I think it's fine. I think it's like little. I don't want to say worse, because worse makes it sound like it's like in a bad way, and I don't mean it like that. But I don't think it's on par with Manatsu Adara no Mono or like Yozora wa Nandemo. I think it's a little bit like not, you know, on the same level as that, but I still think it's like really fine.
Yeah, and, I'd agree. I think the strength of this song vocally, like we talked about, was like seeing that range was very cool. Though I would agree, there is not a part that blows you away as much as some of the parts in those. I think being able to see that range is why it's one of the better vocal performances from her.
She's got this like really like wavery vibrato that she uses. If you're unfamiliar with the term vibrato, it's kind of like that technique that singers use to kind of like move their voice up and down. So like instead of like a it'd be like an I can't vibrato like on command, so I had to like really try. So like I'm sorry if that sounded the worst, but I mean, it happens when I'm like in my car screaming, but that now is not the time. Oak's words whispered. Don't fucking do vibrato.
That wavery vibrato that she has, and she has it quite a bit, kind of like just fits her character.
Yeah,
she's had
absolutely.
in quite a few songs. Fits that, you know, wavery, I'm scared of puppies, Ruby, like Ruby. She's terrified of seals. Like, she's terrified to sing this part, and she really wants to sing it well.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know, it just boils down to like at the end of the day, this is like a character song, right? Like that's what it's supposed to be, right? Like
yeah.
It's not toy piano. It's not disappointing like I initially thought it was. So it's like if she does things that her character would do, then fine. Like super okay. Like I wouldn't expect it to be like, wow. Ruby has never been for me, like as much as I love her, it's never been for me like I can't wait for Ruby to be the best vocal performance in this next song of 9 Girls, because it's like more than likely not going to happen. And that's okay. It's just not her character, you know?
Yeah.
So I mean, I think I'm unless I wanted to talk about the little like rising motif real quick. I mentioned this before in another song we talked about, and I don't remember which one, but it was very recent. I just like the like in the chorus they say it 2 times. I mean, with different lyrics, but like the same kind of thing. But the second time in every chorus they like reach the note I was like looking for. Like the second time they're like, love sore wa anata no sei da yo omotteru no yo. Like they hit the sei da yo. Like they reach the peak. That's the summit right there. You know what I mean? And I'm like looking for that every time. And in the first part of the chorus, it's like they almost get there, but you're like, no, that's not what I'm here for. Sing the second part. And then she does, and you're like, yeah, do it again. I don't know. That's just me.
There's a very cool like dichotomy that I'll touch on in White First Love, because I don't want to talk about everything that I have to say about White First Love in the Ruby song, which I'm unfortunately like, as I'm thinking, I'm like, oh, I'm saying everything I want to say already, because the songs are so similar. It's easy to, but very cool thing that they play off of that same kind of motif in that song, but different, right? So
the songs are the same, but they're not.
The songs are exactly the same, except for they're not at all.
Imagine. I imagine they just took Furudin and Orisha respectively. They put them in a booth, and like there was no music in front of them, and they're like, why is this? What is this? And then they're like, all right, like you need to work up the nerve to ask your crush on a date. And then they just like compose this.
Do it?
Yeah, and then they just like compose the song themselves.
Yeah.
I liked your studio voice for a second. They're like, "Hey, write the song." Okay.
No, they were like, "We need you two to write a song about this," and they're like, "Okay." And then they wanted to do it differently, so they just like eventually they just broke off their band and made their own songs.
Oh, I just imagine. You guys ever see like Andrew Wong's videos, like the music YouTuber who was like, "Here's a like." I gave everybody like a similar thing, and you had to like create a song using like these 3 basic elements, and then the 3 composers made like totally different songs. That's just this one. Like Orisha was like, wow, Daya would probably want to kill herself, so let's make this song. Let's make White First Love. And that's how White First Love was born.
And that's how White First Love is coming up next, if you're ready to move on, Tyler.
I think I'm ready to move on. Overall, big happy I ended up liking the song.
Big good song.
Yeah.
Massive good song here.
Yeah. So
let us know, pretty... Max Mofo, if you're watching our videos, let us know down below. Shout us out on Twitter.
At who?
Max Mofo. Max is home.
Play White First Love.
思いが届かないって悩むのは苦しいだけでしょ誰にも言えなくてあなたへと心が揺れる夜恋が始まるの答えはいつだって正しく見つかると思っていたけれど例外もあるのね白さが物足りない曖昧な状態で手がかり探すなんて途方に暮れるわ言葉一つで希望を持ったり勝手に絶望してみたり持て余す熱さが思いが届かないって悩むのは苦しいだけでしょ誰にも言えなくてあなたへと心が揺れる夜恋が始まるの
You would have asked 2 years ago me, hey, is Daya going to be one of your favorite girls in this set of songs? I would have said, haha, no, that's terrible. 2 years ago, Luke, or 2 years from now, Luke, that there's no way that Daya will ever be one of my favorite girls in a song.
2 years ago, Luke
I
would have
just
said, "Who the
didn't
hell's
like
Daya?" What?
Well, 2 years ago, Luke would have. No, let's see. 2 years ago, I get. Okay, a year and a half ago, Luke. Sure. Okay,
what I
a
mean-
year and a half ago, Luke.
When you were already talking to 2 years ago, Luke. You're talking to 2 years ago, Luke. Before that, what? Are we talking about
17
anime?
years ago, Luke. 17 years ago, Luke. Yeah, we watched another episode of Inuyasha. No, I really like this song, and Daya has just so quickly skyrocketed up my ranking. This is possibly my favorite song of these Blu-rays. And if you would have asked me 2 years ago or a year and a half ago if I could have ever put a Daya song as one of my favorites, it would be impossible. Last year with Summer Vacation songs, I really loved the Ruby Daya song. It didn't end up being my favorite, but it was awesome. It was my second favorite. But this song hits it out of the park for me.
What is your favorite? Not to go off topic. Was it Chika Kanan or was it the 3?
It wasn't Chika. It was a trio.
Okay, cool.
Chika Kanan was like in third place with Gmo I for me. Like Gmo I is great. I love Gmo I. I love all 4 of those songs, but like I really enjoy the Chika Kanan song.
Not to get off
'Cause I'm a
topic, sorry.
contrarian. No, this song just does it all for me. It's got a cool thing that, there's a lot of motifs in it from Red Gem Wink. And just like, most importantly, Daya is really excellent in this song.
Yeah.
I came into, Aquas thinking, oh, Daya's she's an okay melody vocalist, but she's a great harmonizer, and she is. But she's just flourished into this fantastic, melody singer, and one of my favorite singers. Her kind of vocals are the exact kinds that I love. She's just turned into the kind of vocalist that I love to hear sing.
Yeah, she's gonna go solo soon and leave the people dragging her down in the dust. Sorry, Ruby.
Yeah. I'm not gonna sit here and say that I think Daya is objectively the best vocalist in Aquas, but she's quickly becoming one of my favorites.
I can really respect that, and I think everyone else in the world can, because I'm pretty sure you said that about 500 times. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I really like your dedication to the topic.
I'm very surprised by myself.
No, I was actually.
What about the song though?
I was real quick about Daya. No, I was talking to some people like I think today, and I was like, I never has someone shot up so quickly for me based on like one small thing, except for Daya. And the small thing, which I mean isn't a small thing, but it was her episode. I loved her as a character. Like I know we're not talking about like characterization like right this second, but like that one episode was just like, wow, I thought that was like the perfect character development episode. I was like, maybe Daya's not as bad as I thought she was, kind of thing. Not that I thought she was ever bad, but
Daya, like if I had to make a ranking now, Daya's probably in the top 3 or 4. Just her character episode was great, and that might have moved her a little bit, but just how great she's been vocally over the last year and a half is really what does it for me.
100% right. Super
2018 is also the year of Daya.
I'm sorry. Not that Daya's boring me. No, okay. Okay, let's start with the song. Like the start of the song. Let's start with the Omoigato do kanai. But alright, let's start how that was just ripped right off from Natsu no Owari no Amoto ga. Not ripped off, but
hey,
like
that's fine.
It was like it's the same thing, like except there's no lyrics and I mean I guess there are in the chorus, but not at the beginning of the song in Natsu, but it's just a da na 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 na. And that's fine. It'd be different if Daya was like in that song. I'd be like, wait a minute, this is really familiar. But she's not, so whatever. She was definitely in the next room while Chika and Kanan were writing it, and she's like, I like this.
This is good. I'm a fan.
But
something that I like about I mentioned that I was gonna talk about it in Red Gem Wink, and so I'll just mention it here. There's a lot of times in Red Gem Wink where a line will end at the top, and you talked about that in it and kind of mentioned it. A lot of the times we'll get to the top in this song, but then we'll go back down. That's kind of a cool. We're like, oh, it's going to end well, and then and that just fits the theme of this song so well. Just like with Red Gem Wink, it's a song about figuring out about love. This is a song about the travesties of love.
Yeah, no, you're totally right. I agree completely. Like there is the resolution in the song is like the lack thereof resolution, you know what I mean? Like
right.
It's the fact that like
it's more sad.
It is the fact that like it ends on a minor, and that's the point. That's the mood it's trying to convey. Because if you ended on major, the song would end a lot more happy. It's kind of like, I don't know. You ever hear those songs where it's like, I don't know, like the song itself just sounds happy, but the subject matter is like, oof. Don't kind of like Kamsu Todd. Yeah, there it is. One of my favorite like pseudo examples of this is 9 in the Afternoon by Panic at the Disco. There was like interviewers asking Brendan Urie like, hey, so like what's the dark meaning behind 9 in the Afternoon? Like there's no way a song is that happy. And his exact answer was like, one day I wanted to write a happy song, so I did. And then he like left. Like there it is. But anyway, no, yeah.
It's like the classic like, what does this book mean? Just like it just means what it means. Like I know it doesn't always mean that, but you know what I mean.
No, you're totally
mean.
I feel like I'm like the English teacher at this point, where it's just like the curtains were blue, and everyone's like, yes, the author meant that the color of the curtains were blue, and I'm over here like, but what does it mean? Like,
what does it mean? Does it mean the curtains are depressed? Not any characters, but the curtains.
Does it mean they wanted to go to somebody's richer house in Maine, and they're stuck in this?
They're just super sad that they're curtains at this school auditorium.
I pray that there's people that skip around our video and they land at spots like that. And now they have to like skip back a little further to understand how we got to curtains. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Anyway, white first love. Okay. All right. So I think the main draw of the song, like, yeah, Daya's great, I guess, but no, like, the percussion in the song. I'm not usually like a this song is about percussion for me guy. Like I know a lot of other people are, but man, it is so good in this song consistently.
Yeah.
My favorite part is actually, I think you mentioned it in Red Gem Wink. God damn it. When in the pre-chorus, how we get the kind of like, I don't know what you'd call them. It's like the triplets with the big hit at the end, where it's like doom 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 doom. You know what I'm talking about? And it just like really adds atmosphere in a Nightingale love song kind of way, where it like really just makes the song sound a lot more open and spacious, you know? And I love that a lot.
And like I said, it's so cool how these two songs play off of each other and are like the same song but have a very different tone to each other.
Mm-hmm.
They're very compositionally similar, but they have a completely different tone.
I think the spaciousness kind of like almost conveys the loneliness that we're supposed to feel from the song, like from the lyrics and otherwise. And I think that's like a really cool compositional like trick they did. Also, this song reminds me of the song "World So Cold" by 3 Days Grace. Just the beginning, like da na 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 na, living in a world so cold. Please.
I don't listen to a lot of Fripside, but this sounds like it's a Fripside song. And the joke that I have for that one is Dia likes Ellie so much that she keeps up with her stuff outside of Love Live.
Ooh. I thought you were gonna.
This sounds like one of like 3 Fripside songs I've heard, so that means it's a Fripside song.
I thought you. Just coming off the 3 Days Grace reference, I was like, yeah, you know Fripside's cover of 3 Days Grace. Like, we're all familiar, right?
I was not ready for this. It's also like an anime OP. The song kind of feels like this somber anime OP halfway through the series, or like 3/4 of the way when everything's kind of going to hell. And like there's just a bunch of fire in the background and broken buildings.
Yeah, we see like
we
see the scene of like the one single teardrop falling into like a stagnant lake where then it like ripples all over the place, you know.
Yeah, it's raining, but there's still a lot of fire to convey the destruction of Dia's heart.
I am going to
Feels bad.
close my eyes and point to a section of lyrics, and I guarantee they're not going to be happy. You ready for this game? All right, 3, 2, 1, bam. Even after listening to me, you don't believe me. I thought my feelings were supposed to be straightforward. Oh no.
Feels bad.
All right, one more time.
Yeah, the lyrics are pretty depressing in this
3,
song.
2, 1, bam. Your eyes are really unfair, aren't they? The twinge of loneliness in them attracts me because they are so similar to mine. I'm unable to turn back. Ruby's whole song was about turning back, so I'm not ready for this.
What I love about this, how these two songs play off each other, is like I can see Ruby writing this exact same song in like 2 or 3 years, you know, when she's older and has seen like I don't mean that in like in a joke way. It's like as she matures more, she will see that like things can be very, you know, shitty in life, and it's fine. But like having a way to convey your emotions is also cool.
There's also like this cool dynamic of the song. Like I don't know. Like the song is about like I don't know if it's like inherently obvious or not, but like the idea of like what if this is like her first love and she's like trying so hard, but she has like to maintain this whole like status of being like, oh, I'm stoic, I'm important, like I need to, you know, but it's like I just want to just be vulnerable and emotional and like I want to be with you, but I'm too busy being a 3 Days Grace song, you know?
Right, like Ruby's song is learning about love. This is learning about your vulnerabilities and how your feelings, how it's okay to have feelings, you know?
Yeah, that's totally right.
How it's okay to have negative feelings, while Ruby is learning about how it's okay to have positive feelings and what they mean.
Yeah, and like what they are in the first place.
Yeah.
The song was.
God, I love these two songs.
Yeah, I think this is by
so
far
good.
like the best. I mean, like we haven't had another like double except for Unstable World and Pianoforte Monologue, and those are just like songs. Like that's fine.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like the fact that these are like connected at all is like above and beyond. I would like never like be like, you know, criticizing a song like why aren't they together? Like that's kind of.
What if we're overthinking this and like they just accidentally are similar?
Yeah, everybody at the like Atlantis studio has like English auto-generated captions on. They're like, yo, what?
this is just we were just talking about the curtains. This is us digging way too deep into it. But they're just songs they wrote and they just so happen to be like similar.
One's about a breakup, one's about getting together. Are you stupid? This song was composed and arranged by Takuya Watanabe, who's only ever done 2 other things. They've done Happy Party Train and Hand in Hand. So I mean, those are like 2 like high-profile songs. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're.
I mean, like I said, this might end up being my favorite of these season Blu-rays. I'll have to see what the Mari song sounds like. The Kanan song's good. It's probably not going to be able to usurp the Yo song or this song, but I'll have to see what the Mari song sounds like, and then I can make my final decision.
I'm still like really into Yo song, but I had a lot of time to digest Yo's and not a whole lot and not a whole lot of time to digest these two. So I mean, there's always room for hanging around.
Obviously, my opinion might be completely different in a month. I might be like, yeah, the Dia song's okay, but it sucks.
Yeah. Have you heard the Chica song? There's a few other things. I really like the sneaky koto in this song, which Dia plays canonically. Wow, you guys don't read the Dengeki character articles? Come on, guys.
Yeah, the Nelson Mandela in this song is sick.
Look, I'm going to kill you. We didn't even talk about the mandolin yet. The Nelson mandolin. I like how it's like...
The mandolin's awesome.
I like how the koto itself is like really sneaky, and it's only in like a few parts in like the first like verses and choruses, until like the chorus, in which case it comes out of the bushes. It's like, it's me, here I am. Like, so it's really like low key until then. Like, it's just kind of like in the background only sometimes. But then as soon as the chorus happens, it's both the mandolin and the koto, and they're having a fight. And it's just, I don't know, better dumb string instrument wins. I like both of them.
Yeah, Asian strings are sick, dude. I don't know if it's just because we grew up with Western strings and so we don't get to hear as many Asian strings. I'm always curious. Do like people in Asia, whenever they hear Western strings, are like, that's the coolest shit I've ever heard in my goddamn life. What the hell? Just like we're like, Asian strings, huh?
Yeah. They listen to the song. They're like, I'm tired of hearing the koto. I hear it every day.
I'm always curious if there's like the podcast like, holy heck, I really like Justin Bieber. Like, does that exist in Asia somewhere?
Maybe, I don't know. I didn't go looking.
Is this parallel universe?
So I mean, the last thing I wanted to talk about, but I mean, unless you wanted to, say anything else, I love. I mean, I know you do too because you mentioned it about 40 times when we were recording or when we were like regular. The echoes in the last chorus, like the Kawate echo, and just it's really great. I mean, like, hey. My favorite saying, like, if you want something done right, you got to do it yourself. And Dia is like, I don't need any background singers. I'm going to do it myself. And she does it really good.
I'm going to hit that yeet.
And then she dabs. Knocks over the studio microphone. Yeet.
And just another, to lay it on the last time, I guess. Just another thing that it echoes with Red Gem Link. So I think we're just about done there. Really, really two great songs, and super excited for what we got another month until the last two songs come out.
Ooh.
Super pumped for those.
The last song is going to be previewed relatively soon, like the full unit.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
Then,
yeah. I guess we got the last full unit song, right?
And then the Fish song and Mari's song are coming out relatively soon. Not sure the date. I think it was like the 21st or something.
Yeah, I think we got another week or two.
Yeah.
But I guess me rambling on about how Dia is quickly becoming one of my favorite girls is a good segue into our question for the week. So, question this week, pretty simple for you guys. What's a girl from either group, Muse or Aqua, that really grew on you? That quickly grew on you? Mine, very obvious answer. Dia is for me. Also, small shout out to Hanayo. Went from bottom right of F tier on the chart because I just didn't even want to acknowledge her, to solid C B tier, but Dia's quickly rising. We can see her in S tier soon. So, Tyler, what about you though?
It was really funny when we were discussing this because we were like, Luke was like, "What girl grew on you the most?" I was like, Dia. Oh, I can't pick Dia. That's like your thing. And then I was like, Hanayo, and then you were like, oh, I'm gonna do Hanayo too. I was like, well, let's switch a little bit.
I said I was gonna give a small shout out to Hanayo.
So I'm gonna do Hanayo. Like, honestly, I gotta admit, I was not like. I had a little bit of like a bad first impression with Hanayo because like my first ever experience with her was Luke just rooting her life every time she was mentioned. And I was like, ooh, I trust Luke's opinion deeply. I guess this is not a very good character. And then like I started experiencing things on my own. I'm like, oh wait, whoops, I like this character a lot. It got to the point where I was like messaging like the group chat that Luke and I are in, Luke, me and EJ, and I'm like, guys, I have a problem. And they're like, yo, what's wrong? And I was like, when am I just gonna admit that Hanayo is like my favorite Muse girl? Like, it's gonna happen one of these days. Like, she hasn't surpassed Nozomi yet, but we're getting close.
We're getting there.
And I mean, like, come on, small shout out to Dia. Whoops, sorry. Like, I mean, I don't know. I base a lot of my stuff on vocals and like just how much she's able to impress me. And like Luke, like we talked about this whole episode, like she's done nothing but impress us the past like year and a half. Same thing with her character episode too. I like her more as a human being. I feel like she's a lot more human and a lot less of a stoic like student council machine, you know?
The student council robot.
Yeah, so that's our answer. Let us know down below. What girl grew on you the most? What guy grew on you the most? It's Honeka's dad.
Yeah, that's the only guy.
Um,
Also, let us know down below what your name is in the Discord that you're gonna join after this. Shout out to the boys.
I know that it's actually been going. I always say things like this
fun.
where it was like I didn't expect it to like be crazy, but like I really didn't expect this to be like crazy, and then like I look back and there's like all kinds of threads. It's like what kind of shampoo do you think Umi uses? Like I don't know. We're having like intense discussions about it. No, but like,
And you know, we kind of just sit around there and hang out, once a day for a couple hours. And if you guys want to join us, feel free.
Yeah.
You don't got to necessarily talk. You can always just type in the chat. But it's just cool. We're just kind of hanging out. We got a music bot. You just put on music, whatever you want, and just hang out.
it's a very nice place to hang out. So you can hang out with all the boys. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. So if you want to hang out, Discord link in the description. And as for that, I mean, I think that's the end of our video, right? Next week we got SIP Season 1. We were supposed to do SIP Season 1 today, but we kind of thought it would be really weird to jump immediately right back into Sunshine after that. Which, I mean, we're going to have to do 2 more times anyway because of Marikanan and the 9 unit, but that's okay.
The 9 unit.
Ooh, the 9 unit, that's what I meant, yes.
Ooh, we're going to have a lot of girls in that song.
But yeah, so I mean,
27 girls?
so next is OP2 and Date Date Amujo, right?
Super pumped. Super pumped for that one. That's a good song.
So see you next week, guys.
See you guys next week.
「